intro song? What would we have as an intro song?
You would have fucking some rip-off...
Bon Jovi.
No, rip-off version of fucking Blink-182, Damnit. Guess this is growing up. But... Well, that's what I've been listening to this week, Blink-182. I've gone down that rabbit hole. I wish I was back.
But
in
you've
like
gone back
high
to your
school.
teenage years.
Yeah, because you listen to it,
that.
and you're just like, sort of like growing up and shit. It's like, this is growing up, and you're just like, fuck, I've grown up, and...
Man, I've been listening to Bon Jovi.
That's
I've got Spotify. This is Bon Jovi playlist. Downloaded them all and just have that on repeat.
Your album's coming out soon.
Is it?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's where the Limitless... Is that the...
Yeah, the Limitless. Yeah,
Limitless, which has a lot of meaning and relevance to today's society.
He's a smart songwriter though, because like you got to think about it. Like he just sort of take like the current political situations, his newer shit,
Yeah.
and then make a song about it,
Yeah.
and then people will buy it. But again, you go to a Bon Jovi concert, people are like, they're living on a prayer. Like imagine, have you seen the video of him actually when he's at a wedding, and the woman's like notices Bon Jovi in the crowd. Have you seen that video?
No.
Oh, you have to. I'll send you a later. Where basically he's like in a wedding, and he's just like. It's like some guys, oh, it's Bon Jovi. It's a picture of him. He's just like chilling and shit, and then like the karaoke woman's like, it starts being like whoa, and then it's like points to him. He's just like, fuck. He's just like, fuck this shit, and then like comes up to him. He's just like, come sing. He's like it was cringy. You clearly see her just like, bro, leave me alone. I've said that song a million fucking times.
But the thing is, I've never seen Bon Jovi. You've seen them
like 3 times, I think.
Like a few times. I've never seen them. And if I went to a Bon Jovi concert and they didn't play "Living on a Prayer," I'd feel shit. I feel like I feel like I missed out. So, from Bon Jovi's perspective, it would suck. But for all their fans, like, come on, you want to hear that?
Yeah, obviously. But like at a wedding, when you're just by yourself and you're just like. It's a Sunday.
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
This is my rest day.
It's my rest day. Fuck off. And then like it's so cringy because then like his singing is like whoa, living on a it's like he doesn't give a fuck. But fuck, that was funny. That video killed me.
Was it just him? Was it just?
I think him and his wife with like some like, and you get even the crowd just like. They're probably like some like elite fucking Hollywood evil people, and they were just like, leave him alone. Just leave him alone.
Well, Themi, what have we got for this week? What are the hot topics you wanted to touch on this week?
Man, I was gonna go about fucking just Blink-182 and how much of that, all this shit, like, because if you think about it, all the crazy shit that I used to talk about in high school is starting to come true. Like, pedophiles controlling the world, it's sort of coming true. Like, the world instilling a martial law across the world, it's becoming true. And what do you call it? One of the things, if you're a Blink-182 fan, you know that obviously you got the 3 members, Mark Hoppus, Tom DeLonge, and Travis Barker. And Tom DeLonge's a crazy one about aliens. So his song in the 4th album, Enema of the State, aliens exist. It's always been just about aliens. Then like in the 2000s, they kind of split up, and Tom made his own band. They all made their own bands, Angels and Airwaves. But then in 2011, during the kind of like Neighborhoods album, which is a lot of people say is their black album, but I love it. Tom left to go chase aliens and create To the Stars Academy, which is like he says a scientific academy based on finding the true meaning of alien life and UFOs. And people are like, the fuck, he left Blink-182 to chase aliens. Quite literally, right? This is true, this is all fact. People are like, this is fucked. So then Blink-182 did their own thing, then Angels of Airwaves did their own thing. But he actually uncovered proper shit and got like, it was real journalism. There was he found some UFO files, the videos of it.
Right.
They went on the news. The news like, what is this? And then like the US government had to come in and intervene and be like, all right, we actually don't know what this is, an identified flying object, and it's not connected to any sort of like military across the world. And Tom's just like, I fucking told you. It's weird, man.
So this guy Tom,
yeah,
he broke away from the band, went on some alien expedition.
Yeah.
Now most of those UFOs are proven to be just like weather satellites and that kind of stuff. You can admit that. Yeah, you can admit that. Did he actually uncover anything that was unique? Aliens,
not aliens, not yet. He says he's weird, man. He's got a Joe Rogan video, which fucking he goes like that. But he says that he knows stuff, but he can't release it yet because he needs because he's got actual scientists on board, like legitimate.
What do you mean he can't release it?
That's what he says. So it's like one of those.
That's what Alex Jones says about some of the stuff he has. I have contacts from the CIA.
Yeah, same shit. That's what he says.
Which I believe a bit more because he probably does.
Yeah,
he's probably in close contact. But if you can't justify who you get it from. It just
he says scientists and like people higher up, but then again, think about it. You're Tom DeLonge from Blink-182. You're high up with those evil elites, bro. Like I love Blink-182, but come on, man. Like instead with Bon Jovi, I love him, but Gotta admit, like, they probably know some shit about the industry.
Well, the people that hang around are the elites that
Yeah.
that come called into question. There has to be some kind of community, I assume.
Yeah.
At that level of
There
people
must
of that
be.
status. Right?
Because Hollywood's being fucked now. We all know, they're all, like, Harvey Weinstein's got corona. Just because he gets corona now, he has to be out.
Boris Johnson as well.
Yeah,
How does Boris Johnson get it?
They all get corona. Tom Hanks has corona. All these random celebrities get corona, and I have to disappear to my private island. Goodbye, and they will just leave. It's like, what the fuck? And then, so you got to think, all right, well, they're obviously higher up, but then that's all Hollywood. Music industry hasn't been like touched as much. Like we obviously know stuff like Katy Perry. That
They've just cancelled their tours and
they've all just
crapped
cancelled.
away.
They've all just crapped away.
And yeah, so. I mean, who's next, celebrity-wise?
I don't know, man. That's the thing. They're all.
That's weird.
You can guess Harvey
More
Weinstein.
would it be more world leaders?
Well, I reckon Bernie Sanders next. Get rid of him, and he will die mysteriously, or he will be suicided.
Yeah.
So I reckon that'll be next, or Donald Trump.
Fuck, if Donald Trump gets it,
It'll be funny, but it'll be like
I don't want him to get it.
I don't want him to
but
get
if he does, it kind of would be funny.
it would be. Man, like I still don't get why. Like if you read like all like media statements and like governor statements and parliament statements about this virus, Donald Trump's the only one who are just like, we're fighting a hidden enemy. It's not as bad as you think it is. Let's get the economy rolling. Everyone else is like, nah, he's bad man. Can't say that. Let's put the whole country into lockdown. Martial law.
I think he's saying what we're thinking.
Yeah.
But the problem is, by saying that, he's met with a lot of hostility and opposition and discomfort and uncertainty. So it's probably not helping the people. But what he's saying, I can't really argue against.
I can't argue, yeah.
But it has surged in the US, a number of cases.
Yeah, it has.
It's surpassed China, it's surpassed
Yes,
Italy,
it has.
it's
Yes, it has.
Spain. I don't know what to make of that.
You know, my mum actually brought up a really good point yesterday. Like a really good one. Like my mum says some stupid shit sometimes, but this was like, it made me think, like, do you know anyone that knows anyone that has coronavirus?
Yes.
Oh fuck, you do now. Or now
We can't say
we can't say the name, but okay. So as of today, we know one person.
Yes.
Would you think, if it was as bad as the Spanish flu, we'd be seeing people dying on the street, bodies everywhere, and we know of more people that have it? My mum just raised this point. There's no backing towards it whatsoever. Just a psychological.
There we are, and I agree. I saw a graph which showed a bunch of diseases
Yep.
in order of severity,
Yep.
mortality, death rate, and you have stuff like HIV, tuberculosis, you know, all these crazy ones, and they're like crazy in terms of their impact. This virus is only quite small in relation to other things. So it calls into question, when HIV was discovered, people weren't locked down.
Yes. This is my point. Why, if still...
Or maybe they were in other ways.
Yeah, maybe they can't leave the house, but...
I don't know. But
I don't know why. It still baffles me why the common flu still kills more people as current. Maybe it'll change in the future. But there's no craziness about it. It still baffles me. And I've read fucking science from this side or that side or that side. I don't get the reaction to it. I do not understand.
That's it. I don't get the reaction either.
My theory now is that, you know, Woolies and Coles and Aldi have banned cash. Yeah, so I reckon once they ban cash, everything's online. Can't have cash ever again because Corona. Therefore, one world currency.
It's a push in that direction.
Yeah, I reckon it is. It's probable because the good thing, all you have to do is World Health Organization has to be like, well, if cash worldwide has been shared by everyone, and this is so infectious, and it spreads on like touching things, let's just get rid of cash, or let's just stop cash for the moment. And then some other technology will come past, and then it's better than cash for whatever reason. Like the digital wallet they have in, I think it's in New York, they have a digital wallet, where basically people have now got a wallet that's only digital in order to prevent the spreading of Corona, and you can sign up to it. I think it's optional.
Right. I don't know, like...
It's a weird one.
We're such in a state of turmoil that I don't think that's being considered at the moment. I think people, like the countries, are just focusing on getting rid of the bloody thing.
Yes.
And it's more a health. I think it should be treated more as a health issue.
Yes.
Rather than economic, because yes, the economy's suffering, perhaps more than health-wise, but you need to fix the health part of it first.
Because it won't make sense. You can't, like, you imagine everyone calling up sick to work.
Yeah.
The economy will crash.
Which is why all these stimulus packages and all that, although they'll probably work, and although people and businesses are probably screaming for them, we need to get rid of this bloody virus.
The thing is, though, because there's two sides of it. There's the whole thing, just shut the whole country down for whatever amount of weeks. But, and the other side is saying that slowly, allow business to occur. But, because as someone who works in as a small business, your clientele, there is no clientele. What are you going to do? And the small, the ejection's good, but if it's debt. It's like, here's $100,000, but I've got to pay back. Then I'm in debt. I'm not in debt. There's no point.
Well, there's one thing for sure. We can't just say, okay, everyone open, back to business. Yeah. Imagine we did that. Imagine tomorrow Scott Morrison just said, you know what, we fucked up. Let's just open everything again. Business as usual. Fuck the flu. We'll see how we go. Imagine we did that.
What would happen, though? Because no country's done that. Has any country done that? Just been like, fuck it?
Well, the US is probably the closest.
So we have to see how they go.
I think Denmark as well, right? Or one of the...
So one of those, super healthy Norwegian...
Yeah, one of those countries, they basically said they took a herd immunity approach, which is let most people get infected.
Yeah, that I agree with.
You create a huge spike, everyone gets infected over a period of a few weeks, and then it drops down because how much further is it going to spread?
Yeah. Okay, that I agree with. That I'm 100% for. There's a whole idea of, if your immune system will adapt to it. And as shit as it sounds, that people die every day. It's just part of life. It's like, we were talking about my yeah, she goes, I will die soon. I'm like, yeah, well, it's alright. We're all gonna fucking die. There's nothing we can do about it. So I still don't understand. Yes, I get it's infectious. Yes, I get it's this new fucking thing. Yes, probably the studies showing now that it's probably engineered. That it's like a very varied form of SARS. But still, I do not understand. It's baffling me. And it's baffling a lot of people as well. Not just me. A lot of people are just I don't get why this. I still don't see anyone sick on the street. No one's sick on the street. Maybe there's people that are staying at home. Fair enough. Maybe it's because I just don't know any people that are sick, because a lot of the people I hang out with, I generally take care of their health.
But the main thing is, which is also baffling, is a lot of people are genuinely worried about the virus.
Yes.
They're scared.
That's my theory, why they're doing this.
They're actually scared of catching a virus.
But people yell at me at Coles, because I'm not social distancing.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, don't come near me. I'm like, bro, I'm just walking down the fucking aisle. Yeah. What do you want me to do? It's stuff like that scares me. I'm just like, what the fuck? Yeah. I was, walking down the street, and the other day I met this bloke from one of our clients in the gym at the Coles, and I noticed that I couldn't tell. It was weird because he was being apart from me, but I couldn't tell he was doing it because I thought I'd get the shits, or because he generally was doing it. It was weird. It was almost like, hey, it was weird. I was like, bro, I don't care, but I can't tell if he thought I cared or what. I'm just like, this is fucking bizarre.
That rule is only there as a conservative measure to keep people apart. That's all it's there for. If you sort of brush past someone, you're not going to catch them.
Oh, bro, don't get me started.
I mean, let's apply some basic logic to this. I mean, seriously.
That one annoys me the most.
But on the other hand, if you're cramped in a train, like I saw London a few days ago, if you're cramped in a train, you're probably going to get it.
There's nothing you can do.
Well, don't go on the train, wear a mask, just apply some...
Precaution, work from home.
Yeah, common sense, precaution,
So that's one that baffles me
the most. People I feel sorry for are the healthcare workers.
Wait, they're all fucked.
Because I feel so bad for them. They're in a very difficult situation.
Shout out to my client who's listening to this. I won't say your name, but fucking that's for you.
Yeah.
That's fucking for you. She's fucked. The story she's given me just by text is fucked, man.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it's wasting people's time, because they'll walk up with a cough, right? And they'll be like, you're not sick. You have one symptom, you have a cough. And they'll be like, oh, I might have corona. Like, you do not have corona. Do you have a fever? No. Are you, vomiting blood? No. Go home and relax. So it's from a health standpoint, that's what's fucking up the healthcare, because everyone's freaking out.
You know what's really fucked up? Remember how we came back from Japan? And when we came back, it wasn't gravely serious in Australia at the time.
Yeah.
In late February. When we came back, because you went to the doctors, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, when we went to the doctor was like, you're alright.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with you.
Yeah.
What's funny is, if we had come back 2-3 weeks later, and we went to the same doctor, that doctor instantly would have just said, "Here's a test," because he would have had to comply with the health advice at the time, and we probably would have had it. Think about that. We might have had it.
Yeah.
But because of our immune systems, because we're young, blah blah blah, etc. I don't know, some bullshit reason. Our symptoms were probably mild. Think about that. We probably remember that like little cough.
Yeah, we did have a little cough, but I reckon it's because of other things that we were doing. That's what I think.
Oh, pretty run down. I mean, it was a tiring.
The amount of fucking cigars, Jesus fuck, mate. Like especially me, but I reckon that's what.
Well, you had a 4-month trip there. You were run down.
Yeah, I did a 4-month trip. That was just 4 months of just nothing but. I miss my trip. But what do you call it?
But it's crazy, right?
Yeah, man. And one thing, my mum actually raised a good point as well. My mum, because I'm at home. I've got a job. I'm driving around with my mum. Fucking, we're talking like buying gym equipment. Like fuck. So my mum's just giving me theories. She's obsessed with conspiracies. And she goes, Timmy, I've got another theory. I'm like, what is it? She goes, because we were talking about how we might have the COVID-19 and apparently it stays in your system and can affect others. She goes, what if you have it, Timmy? She goes, what if it's in your system and in the future with the health ID chip that Bill Gates is trying to engineer and just health technology, you have it, you have like a ban on you or like you can't go to certain places forever.
Oh.
And I was like, whoa, that sounds probable. I'm like, that's probable because, and then think about
what if you have it and you somehow become like some deficient human being?
Yeah, that's
because,
it.
Like, it's damaged part of your immune system or part of your biology.
Like in have you read Brave New World yet?
No.
Okay, so if you read...
Let me get through 1984.
Yeah, next Brave New World.
And then next one will be...
So there's, in 19... It's not a spoiler. I mean, Brave New World, there's an entire system of humans. You got your alpha, beta, gamma, and then you got your savages who live like off the reservation. But what do you call it? So what if, like, when right now, like I said, we're alpha. We're healthy, we're fine. And then, you know, it's like mandatory blood testing or whatever. Mandatory vaccinations across the world. And we have it in us. What if we go to the beta system? Like beta, we can't work in healthcare, let's say. I can't work in a gym anymore because I'm touching people. What if that happens? But what if that happens? We're fucked. It's a little bit off the wild end, but it's...
So are you saying what if we've got a beta...
Yeah, like a beta status to the rest of the world.
I don't...
it's these... As fucked as it sounds, it could happen.
Maybe we are beta or gamma or alpha. Fuck if I know, man.
Oh, man, I don't know.
But surely everyone's immune systems are different.
Oh yeah, definitely. Everyone's got
due to hereditary, due to lifestyle, due to a number of things. Just all put together. I don't think it's like down to your blood only or down to one little thing.
Nah,
surely it's a lot of things.
You got to think about it. Like, who's one of our friends who always gets sick? There's one friend who always gets sick, correct? Would you agree?
Yeah.
Alright, so let's say that friend that we got, does he go to the gym?
Probably not.
He doesn't go outside much, right?
No.
So does he eat ideally for like health? No. So therefore, if those are out of question, then your homeostasis gets out of whack. Therefore, your immune system is compromised. Therefore, you're fucked. So let's say for me, for instance, I haven't had a proper like sickness since that one New Year's Eve in 2013. It might have been, or 2014, where I caught food poisoning. And I was vomiting, it was disgusting for 4 days. Like, I remember sleeping and watching wrestling on TV, and then I was fine. Ever since then, I'm fine. Fuck, tomorrow I might wake up dead. I don't fucking know. But, like I might just curse myself. But, yeah, so that's one thing that always baffles me, is that if people just took care of their health first, and just keep taking care of their health, that's why I'm against the whole closures of gyms. I sort of fucking get it. Why would you not close shopping centres, but not close gyms? I'll do your social distancing.
It's a risk, like people touching equipment, blah blah blah, yada yada. But you raise a good point. Fitness isn't about. Now I want to talk about fitness because.
Can you open the fridge? Give me yourself like a. Now we're talking about the other one, top one. Now we're talking about.
There's a lot of meat in that.
Give me a diet one, bro. A diet Sprite. Diet Sprite. Fucking talking about fitness. Get some sweet and 955 in me.
Get a diet Sprite in.
Get cancer. Better go on.
Fitness has a lot of aesthetic appeal to it. You know, look at me, models and all that.
Oh yeah, definitely. Don't get me started.
But to the core, that's not what fitness is really about, right?
Nah, fuck no. Oh, actually, yep.
And it's kind of sad how it is.
I know. Oh, believe me, I fucking know.
Because people tend to focus on I feel good, I look good, I act good. They focus on those three things. Mm-hmm. But what they fail to realise is that it actually boosts your system. Yeah. It actually does a lot more than what we think.
A lot more than what you think,
and a lot more than I probably know, because I haven't researched a lot, but I'm sure there's a lot of benefits that people don't even realise.
Oh yeah, you have no idea.
And if they realise that maybe they do maybe more of it or different, they tailor their workouts to, or their exercise.
Yes.
Or they might even keep it more simple, like going for a simple walk.
You have no idea how much what you said right now. I wish the whole world understood. So, two things I was saying that. Firstly, I remember my first ever job interview in a gym at what do you call it? The UTS gym with one of my fitness mentors. He's like, the first question he asked me, he goes two things. He goes, when I sat down at the interview, he goes, right mate, how old are you? I'm like 18. He goes, where'd you graduate from? TAFE. He goes, okay, good. Got two things to add here. First thing is, you went to TAFE, you did a 6-month course. Only reason I'm having this conversation with you. You did a 6-week course, I'll tell you to go fuck yourself. I was like, okay, cool. He goes, second thing, here's a test on human anatomy and nutrition. Yeah. I got shit to do, you got 10 minutes, go. I was like, fuck man, I'm 18, I'm just keeping my Hungry Jackson on night shift. Fuck. So I'm there, filling that out. I'm like, fuck. So it was basically like tenamus dorsi, quadriceps, basic shit. But I couldn't remember one of them. I think it was a chondritis on board. I'm like, fuck, I haven't got this job. I'm like, oh, sorry, sir, here it is. He just like, looks at it, he's like, you're hired. I'm like, fuck, yes. And then he's like, he goes, last question, he goes, what is fitness to you? And I was like,
that's the kicker.
I sort of forget this. I was like, I don't know. It's just everything. Like, it's what people should be doing, just taking care of their health. He goes, good answer, you're hired. I was like, yeah, he's still one of my mentors to this day. Like, I feel sorry for his fucking business with these stupid laws. But, yeah, so that's one thing. That's my first thing I want to say about fitness. Second thing as well is that I recently, because I have so much free time, I read James Smith's book. I read the whole thing. And what he talks about, his book, I highly recommend you would read it if you're into health, because he comes from a personal trainer's perspective. That when you have a client, yes, they have a certain fitness goal. Let's say they want to get 140 kilo squat. They want to fit in a certain size dress. They want to look like a Nike model. Whatever the fuck it is. At the end of the day, we want to translate that same message. That your health, your fitness, and training should not be about that specific goal. In the long term. Yeah. When you hire me, I'm going to get you that fucking goal. If I don't, I did a bad job. I'm going to get you that goal. But in the long term, I want you to understand. And just understand from a trainer's perspective that going to the gym every day isn't about looking swole. Isn't about getting 100 burpees. Isn't about getting a new PB in your deadlift. It's about maintaining your health, and when shit like this comes down, like a coronavirus or some sort of pathogen or virus or mass bacterial infection, you have the ability to fight it back. It's almost kind of like what Jocko Willink says about survival and getting up before the enemy. That's why he gets up at 4:30 in the morning. So if you train, no matter what you do, boxing, you do strength training, you do bodybuilding, doesn't matter, man. You do endurance training, you're getting up before the enemy, and that enemy can be anything. You could be obviously looking better than the other person. You could be beating, beating diseases. You could be getting, be able to run faster to the train and catch before the trains close, the doors close. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what you do for training, it's the fact you do it. If you do it, you're already 10 steps ahead. That's what fitness should be, and that's what, as a trainer, you want to try to translate to a client. It's hard.
At least as a baseline, because looking better than other people or than yourself yesterday, you won't be satisfied.
It depends on the person. If they have an egotistical mindset, they'll be very satisfied. Believe me.
Okay, you'll be satisfied when you reach it, and then what?
Get better.
And you get better and better and better.
Yep.
And then you'll reach a point where you'll probably drop off and move on to something else.
Yeah. Yeah, but someone who's into aesthetic-based training, right? That wasn't look better than what they did yesterday. Yes. You go through cycles, like training. You can't be training heavy every single day. You overload the central nervous system, overtraining, you fail. So let's say typical aesthetic-based client or a bodybuilder, train for a comp, look the best, and then look normal. Train for a comp, look the best, and then look normal. But what looking the best for aesthetics versus health is a whole different topic. Let's say, for instance, was it Dorian Yates? I think it was Dorian Yates, famous bodybuilder of the 90s. His body fat got so low on the bottom of his foot that his bone, he could feel his fucking bone when he walked, and he had to go to hospital because he got like a fracture from walking. His body fat was that fucking low on his fat pad on the bottom of his foot because he dieted down that hard and took that many drugs. He won the competition, so he fucking looked awesome, but it came to a cost of his health.
Yeah.
So you want to find that fine line.
What I'm trying to get at is, surely people should be figuring out why
Yes.
they're doing it, whether it's for aesthetics, bodybuilding, for strength, whatever.
Yes.
Surely they should be probing that, because like you see a lot of workout plans on the internet, and most of them are the same. Most of them are like lose fat, 30 days. Here's a plan. 3 sets of 12. Do this.
You could write it. Yeah.
Yeah. But it doesn't mean anything. Like
exactly.
why do you want to lose? Like for me, it makes sense to probe into the core why you want to do it.
Oh yes.
So you want to lose fat. Okay. Why?
Oh, there we go. Exactly.
Why? Oh, because I want to look better. But why do you want to look better?
Exactly.
Oh, because on Instagram I see this chick that looks really, really good. Okay. So it's out of insecurity.
Yeah. Yeah. Bang. Why do you think? That's why when we do
that makes you feel shit when you realise it. I think we're all guilty of it.
We're all guilty of it, bro. The person that admits they're not guilty of it is a liar, bro.
Yeah. So personally, I think that people that, for instance, train for aesthetics out of insecurity and comparing to others,
they have psychological issues.
It's surely this is surely
definitely.
there's a psychological.
Yeah. Oh, many.
But I'm not saying that people training for bodybuilding is bad, because there's a competitive aspect to it, which is good as well. And it'd be good for your health as well. Surely it's not terrible.
Eat clean, lift weights, do a bit of cardio. It's not that bad. Natural bodybuilding.
Yeah. So to me, it's important to understand why you're doing it.
I agree with that. So when we
to the core, not at a surface level.
I agree. This is one of the reasons why I left my previous company, because everything was rushed. It was just like 6-week program, 30-day plan. It's crap, man. It's like years. I don't believe in it. I can't sell it. Whereas now it's, you want to do personal training with me? Cool. Let's have a 1 hour chat. Let me have a 1 hour chat. I want to pay you straight up. No, I don't give a fuck. 1 hour chat, because we have to find out exactly why. It's like, I only get 140 kilo squat. Cool. Why? Because I want to get stronger. Why? Because my mate's stronger. Okay, cool. Who's your mate? Oh, this guy over there. You know, who's your mate? Oh, actually, he's not my mate. He's a bodybuilder. Okay, cool. What's his name? And then, before you know it, they're looking up to Ronnie Coleman doing like some shitty form squat. And then you're like, okay. So we trace it back down to aesthetics. Basically, 140 kilo squat for you equals aesthetics.
You know what? I'm just going to outright say the only benefit I see of any 6-week plan is the discipline you get. Anything else is fucking...
A 6-week plan is a fuck year. It's
like the only thing, if you can stick to a 6-week plan or a 6-month plan,
6 month difference,
whatever,
6 months,
and you stick to it, then you have very good discipline.
Oh yeah, especially if you're paying money, it's very good discipline. But
well, if you don't pay money and you do it by yourself, that's even better.
That's good. It means you have self satisfaction from it.
Yes. And you're able to be consistent, and that's good generally, not just for fitness, but generally.
Yeah, for everything. You're consistent with your meals, consistent with your mental health.
Yeah.
Fuck, you'll be cheering. You'll be happy buoyant.
So.
But that's why the world doesn't do that. Right? The world's not on that page. This is why the fitness industry is so popular, and it keeps growing and growing, because people want that. But it's our job as coaches to teach it. But as you know, the shitty 6-week courses fuck it up. You got these shitty PTs everywhere being like, look at me on Instagram. Then they survive 6 weeks in the industry and be like, fuck being a PT.
So what do you think is the best approach to take? Because you can't forget about that side of it.
Yeah.
You still have to tailor it to that side. So
what do you mean by which side?
Like the
aesthetic side. Yeah, that's fine. Oh yeah.
So you still tailor that side, but also keep in mind, keep reminding of
it depends on the person. So let's say someone comes to me and is like, I want to compete in bodybuilding. For starters, I'd refer them off to a bodybuilder. Not to me, I'm not a bodybuilder. Second of all, if they want to compete in bodybuilding, it means they should have a general understanding and like at least 5 to 8 years of training behind them. Okay, maybe because a lot of times, especially for blokes, the competition, yes, maybe mentally they have some sort of aesthetic issue in their head, body image issues, but a lot of times, because we're men, we like engineering, we like building things, and building yourself is one of the most rewarding things you can possibly do. So a lot of times, a lot of bodybuilders come from that perspective. Like, man, I'm building my home gym. Fucking have time of my life. I'm like cutting wood, I'm fucking up, I'm learning, I'm like measuring angles. It's fun. So, but if you're looking at someone, let's say, comes fresh in the gym and they want to look good, right, it's 9 out of 10 people, okay? Because they want to look good. Why? I want to get a girlfriend. Why? You know, my husband won't fuck me. Or why? Or it's just basically 9 times out of 10 it comes to like sexual insecurity. It's weird as it sounds. But so it's hard, man. It's a hard conversation to have with a client. But if they open up to you, you know, all right, sweet, awesome. And then from there, you kind of got to use training as not to fuel those tendencies, because you're not going to get anywhere with that.
They'll probably just give up.
They'll always give up. They're going to look good and like, all right, sweet, well, fuck this shit.
That's the thing. How do you balance because you're essentially serving the client.
Yeah.
You're providing a service. You're serving what the client wants.
Yeah.
Right. How do you balance that aspect with deep down they're going to give up if they keep going with their mentality?
So it's a process. So usually 9 times out of 10 with a client, they have whatever insecure issue. I was bullied at school. I was bashed by my father. I want to get a girlfriend. They're usually overweight. We're talking the most general client, right? All right, sweet, awesome. You have these issues. I'm going to help you. All right, so you find out what they're like, what their personality is like, etc., etc. And it depends on the personality. So everyone's different. Like when like let's say me and the bloke I work with, different person. He's very direct. I'm not as direct, right? But if we're training with each other, we're kind of the same. Like everything's scientifically based. So it's same with the client. So you say you get a client, you have two. We have 2 tests. So basically, first not tests, but 2 segments. First is nutrition and lifestyle segment. 1 hour chat. Just about everything. What are you eating? Why are you eating? Why are you doing this? Why are you waking up that time? Why are you drinking this much? Why are you smoking this? Why do you do drugs on the weekend? And then you don't judge. You just get that information because you can relate to it. Like we're drinking, smoking. You can relate to it. So okay, cool. And then next session is obviously a movement test. And then to the movement test, this is what most PTs in the world do anyway. You explain to them why we did the test because many people don't know why you're doing an overhead squat test. You know why. You can say the insecurity is a triple point of extension. No one knows that. All right, they either freak out if you tell them that, or they're like, "Why am I holding a stick barefoot in my undies in the middle of it?" They freak out. So you fuck around with them, be friendly, and then you explain to them the program. And then let's say a couple of weeks later, they'll get results. No matter what the fuck the goal is, it could be MMA, it could be just powerlifting. They'll get results. It could be, oh fuck, I never squatted before. Oh shit, my bench went up from 30 to 50. Holy crap, this is awesome. It's like, cool, what does this mean for you?
Yeah.
And then a lot of times they'll be like, this is awesome for me because I achieved something in my life.
And I feel more secure.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And then there's no nothing. I didn't even mention the original goal.
Now that point, is that the turning point of them going, all right, Demi, thanks for your help. You've solved my insecurity. I'm going now. Right. Or do they continue it with you because they're thankful of that and they want more of that feeling? So
to answer that question, when I first started, a lot of times it was, all right, goodbye. My fault. I fucked up. I just didn't know. You're new in the industry, so you learn. If let's say the goal is to get 30 to 60 kilo of the bench press because I want to get a girlfriend. This is true. That's hypothetically, right? And they get that goal and then they leave you. You fucked up. You're a shit trainer. Not shit, but like.
Let's probe that. Why? Yep. If they came to you saying, I want to go from 30 to 60 kilos and you help them do that, aren't you a successful personal trainer for assisting a person to reach their goal? That's why they came to you. You're serving them. Why have you failed?
But why they want to go from 30 to 60 kilos? Why?
Okay, does it matter to you?
Yes.
Why?
Why? So tell me why.
I'm asking you.
No, but I'm not the client.
Think about it. You run a business. You run a business.
I would ask the client though.
You serve clients. Yes. The client comes up to you saying, I want to double my bench press.
Yes.
You help them 10-week program.
That's
progressive overload. You help their form.
Yeah.
You do all that. They get to 60 kilos. All good.
Alright, that's different.
Why do you feel like you failed?
Okay, that's different then. Because you didn't. That's why I asked why. So you said 10-week program. Right? That's different. I thought you meant like a 6-week program. Bro, this shit matters.
Okay,
so
why the fuck does it matter? They want to get to 60 kilos.
Because a client comes up to me, you come up to me, I want to get 30 to 60 kilos in my bench press. Why? Tell me why.
I'm playing devil's advocate. Why does it matter?
Because if I don't find the core reason, that happens, they leave you. If the sole reason is
right, so you want to understand their motive so that you tailor a program to them and give. Is it more to give them the best out of your service?
Yes, 100%.
Right, okay.
So that's why.
So you can keep it for longer, get more money, and then
yes, that
and then buy more American.
And help them with their fucking lives. That's why. Because a lot of people with 36 kilo bench press, cool, but why? Are you competing? Like I don't know. Are you competing? Do you want to be a bodybuilder? Are you doing it to impress your friends? Are you doing it to get a girlfriend? Like, I don't know. That's me. Why? Like, why do I train for my mental health? Second of all, why do I can't do it this year. Forget about this write-off. I want to learn Muay Thai for self-defense. I'll be able to, if someone comes up with a knife, I'll be able to kick him and bash him to the ground. That's that's my why. So if you don't know a client's why, how are you going to tell the program? Yes, mechanically, yes, you can. But you know, a PT is like 10% the mechanics and the fun stuff, 90% the psychology.
Okay, if someone came, If two people came up to you saying exactly the same thing, Themi, I want to get my bench from 30 to 60 kilos, and they had two different reasons. One of them was, I want to improve my strength, I want to be a stronger person. The other one was, I want to get a girlfriend, I want to impress someone. How would you tailor a program differently from those two people if you were given a set period of time?
The program, depending on their mechanics, depending on the person's arm length,
let's just say it was the same.
The actual program itself would be exactly the same.
Right.
Exactly the same. Depending on how they respond to it. Might be week 3, person B responds to tricep extensions better than person A. And I might change it a bit like that. But psychologically, you just fuck around with them. Like, let's say it was you and your mate training. I'd be like, Peter, fuck, look at your chest. Every chick's gonna fuck you. And the other guy, I'd be like, bro, fucking wait till your competition day and I'll be there with my fucking...
Really? Okay.
With my shirt. That's it. You just fuck around. You just be a friendly person.
So you would encourage them and approach them in relation to why they're doing it?
Yes, because most people aren't like us.
Right.
They don't like numbers. They don't like engineering. That's my ideal client. If you like...
So if you dealt with the more scientifically engineering mind person, you would use more nerdy type fucking jargon, like fucking fitness jargon.
I'll record them, I'll put lines through it and shit, and be like, look at the trajectory of the force coming up, like, oh, cool. So my elbow comes in 80 degrees, 10 degrees more, my trajectory improves because of there's less force content.
Okay, that makes okay.
Yeah, so in the end of the day, that's psychology. And you've got to find the why. You know what I'm saying? Is it all comes back
you have to, so basically, because you're dealing with random fucking people. Most of the people you deal with
it's just absolutely
random. You do not know what they're like until the first millisecond you talk with them.
Beyond that, understand. A couple of sessions in, then you realise who they really are. But it's like dating a girl.
But you get, you first meet your client, you get their first impressions. You're trying to suss what the person's like, and then you deal with them. But really, you don't know who you were dealing with until you actually meet them and train them, surely. Yep. And then it's up to understanding what their psychology is and their motives, and then you can approach... It might be the same program, but you approach...
exactly.
How you deal with them, and what comments you 100%.
Make. That's why it's a hard industry, because you know how to program. The fuck, from going to 4D, from training with me, training from others, you know how to program. You're not an idiot. You can program yourself, you know how to squat. But it's the reason why most PTs fail, because I think, as you said, it's all aesthetics. I look good.
Or do they use the same approach with everyone?
And that as well. They use the same approach with everyone. I can suss
like they're walking around with their iPad. They're playing the number games.
You have no idea. The amount of times I've walked in like Bond Street and it's been like, "Hey man, you're my 6-week body transformation challenge." I'm like, eat a fucking dick. Like, I don't say that, but like I'm just like, "Nah man, I'm all cool." Like, "Are you sure, man? Are you sure I can help you?" And like, I'm there, squatting like 3 times my body weight.
Actually, what I see a lot of PTs doing is they're very laid back. With clients, it's all right. You can have your off day, or don't worry. Like they're very they seem to be like that to a lot of people.
It depends. If say Janet comes up to me, Janet's just like, I want to lose body fat, right? She's like, severely overweight, and she's telling me that I had chips on the weekend and chocolate on the weekend. First, all kinds of the same things. Why? You might be like, I had an argument with my husband. My kid yelled at me. My boss yelled at me. It could be something like that. So, all right, cool. So there's a response. Stress, anger, I eat shit food. We're going to change that. The training. All right. So, or B could be like, I just like that food. I'm like, cool, we're going to change it. So, but if they're there specifically to lose weight, I don't address that issue as uncomfortable and as awkward as it may be. I've done a crap job. That's what I'm saying. You always got to find out the why.
Yeah.
Always got to find out the why.
But interestingly enough, with this virus going around, surely people's whys will be the same.
Oh, they're exactly the same. They're exactly.
It doesn't matter who you are right now. It doesn't matter.
And my why is exactly the same as well.
I think it's quite interesting because we talked about how people's whys are very different because you get random people. Surely with this virus and people being isolated, quarantined, discouraged to go out, people's whys are pretty much almost the same because they're in isolation. They're all kind of under the same conditions of being inactive, sedentary, and all that stuff, going mentally crazy.
Yeah, we're all losing it.
So, what's the best way to approach that from a PT or a fitness point of view?
This is
are you telling people do 10 burpees because that's going to give you an energy spike?
This is the fitness industry worldwide right now overnight. Like last time we had the podcast, I did not expect this. We were joking.
Oh
about
yeah,
we were joking about it. I'm gonna be going to Stanley. The gym will be closed.
And it's real.
The whole industry dead within like 8 hours before my client dead. But so,
you get what I'm getting at. Because everyone's got a home workout.
Yes,
but
it's shit. Alright, so
which is it's practical.
Yes,
it's very practical at home workout because most people are at home. But how is fitness important now that there's a virus going around and that everyone's everyone is pretty much on the same wavelength? No one's training for bodybuilding competitions now.
Fuck that, yeah.
No one's looking to improve their squat from 100 kilos to 120. It's like, why? If you're stuck at home, like, like everyone's needs it different.
Okay, to answer your question, there's two folds. First fold is that a lot of PTs are banking on the home workout thing, which is fine. People still want to get a workout. A lot of people like having the trainer telling them what to do, which is fine. And I'm the same. If I'm doing like martial arts, I like going to a class. I like having the trainer tell me what to do. If I don't have that, I can't do it. I can't get better. So a lot of PTs are doing the online like Zoom workouts where they'll get the clients. They'll charge. No, we're talking like $20, $30. They'll charge them, and they'll be in front of this in the computer. They'll be like, we're doing a bodyweight based workout. If you have equipment, use equipment. You'll be like, 20 lunges, 10 burpees, 10 mountain climbers. But the good PTs are honest. Like, listen, this is not going to get you towards your goals, but the fuck else are we going to do? What else are we going to do? You want services? This is all I can offer you right now. And people agree to it? Sure. But you tell them with full disclosure, this isn't the value that I normally give you, hence why I'm giving you a discount. And then you go the other fault, whereas my perspective is that the whole home workout thing, it's shit. And clients know it's shit. Like, I've told clients, like, listen, home workout's shit. I've got no machines. I don't have you watching me, even through Skype. I don't know what the fuck's going on. The internet cuts out. I don't have equipment. So the overall goal now isn't no longer sport specific. It's, in my opinion, twofold: mental health and physical health. So keeping fit physically,
mental health would be
and mental health. It's definitely your mental health because we're gonna go. It's scary. It's stressful. And you need some escape, and the gym is perfect. Like, if you just like me, all I have is a couple of kettlebells and a bench, I'm set.
I'll throw in a couple more which I've noticed. One is a lot of office workers are working from home, so they're working on laptops or multi-screen setup, and often what happens is that they're hunched over a laptop screen, which is worse than being in the office because you have to adjust to a shittier setup. Like in an office, it's a lot more ergonomic than what it is from working at home. So you can't go with more than 2 hours. You can't go more than 2 hours hunched over a laptop. Also, you're working at home, so
you're lazy. It's home.
You're a lot more lazy. You're not walking around the office. You're not doing the daily commute there and back. So there's that aspect there where you're a lot more sedentary than what you are than what you are in office. So
even me,
there's like spiking your energy so you can actually get through a work day working from home. That's the main reason I'm still going to work.
I would honestly go to work.
Because
I would lose shit. Like, it's driving me.
I think another reason why fitness is important at the moment as well is Plan B. Plan B.
Sure.
People have realised gym's not available. What do I do? A lot of people just do nothing, give up. And the same goes if you go on holidays, if you go travelling, if I don't know, you fall a bit sick or whatever. You need a plan B, right? Because I think a lot of people depend on the gym. I admit that. I depend on the gym as well. I depend a lot on the gym. People put all their eggs in one basket. They depend on the gym. We've never had a situation where a gym's closed.
I never would have thought about it.
You never would have thought about it. People, especially Anytime Fitness, it's open 24/7.
So much money into doing it.
The convenience of having them everywhere, open 24/7.
They invested time and money into getting all their staff COVID-19, like insured. Like the amount of fucking cleaning our manager was doing, he was fucking strict. He goes, Demi, you stand. Like, I'll be having my client, I'll be touching him, he goes, Demi, like, he'll yell at me, get the fuck away from me right now. Like, all right. So you have, dude, they're all strict. That's why the fitness industry is trying to fight back. I mean, like, we invested so much time and money into ensuring this shit didn't spread, and it's overnight, tell us 8 hours before everyone's first client, dead.
I think a practical reason why it's important is to have a plan B workout wise.
Yeah, I agree. So
anything can happen.
Anything can happen. So with plan B workouts, right? So what a lot of gym companies doing is what I do. I try to do with my clients. It's just failed with my clientele. is that if they have a piece of home workout equipment, let's say a kettlebell or a plate of weight, message me, and I'll give you a workout revolving around whatever equipment you have. So, for instance, for me, all I have is a couple of kettlebells, a dumbbell, and like a shitty barbell that's probably going to snap. My workouts, I had my program, my 6-day split, with MMA conditioning, forget about it. It's not going to happen, not for a while. So I just adapt right now to the program. I do a lot of GBT, like German volume training, 10 sets of 10, use a kettlebell, use whatever resistance meters I have. It gets me a workout. My mental health goes up, my physical health goes up, or it maintains. We're good. For the current situation, we're good. There's nothing else you can do. What pisses me off is a lot of home workouts that little PTs are banking on, trying to promise the same results. But don't worry, you can use your body weight for stuff. Some people, yes. I know a lot of gymnastics and calisthenic-based person that can do it. I know I can get myself a workout just body weight. I can fucking kill myself. 9 out of 10 people have, my shoulder does this. My knee's unstable. They need bands. They need some sort of elevation. They don't have it. And if you can't go to the park, what are you doing at home? Use the fucking door frame which is going to fall off and you get sued.
You know what? That raises another point. It's not just a plan B, but it's also forcing you to do exercises that you're not used to.
Which you need a coach.
Because, yeah, that's
you need
right.
a coach.
That's right. And people are complaining about like doing push-ups or not knowing
You
how
can't
to do
do a push-up. No one can do a push-up.
If anything, it's exposed people.
Yeah.
It's exposed people saying, okay, you normally go to the gym, you use a chest press machine or whatever, or bench, I don't know, barbells or machines or whatever. You go home, you realise you're stuck at home now, you've got no equipment.
Yep.
Fuck, let's try a push-up. Shit, I can't do a push-up.
Yep.
That's not good. Surely it's more practical to know some backup body weight exercises as a bare minimum.
As a trainer,
to maintain your fitness, at least.
Yeah.
Because what if you go traveling and you don't have access to a gym? What are you going to do?
So, for instance, my client.
Doesn't it sound more practical now?
Yeah, of course it does.
To have that in mind, like a backup plan.
Yes. Now. So I'll use reference my client, who I'm not going to name, but the one who works in the hospital. She had 3 sessions with me. We've only done 3. I think 4 actually. First session, she kept doing for knee instability. So her knee was like doing one of these ones, right? So VO issue, whatever. And so it was all body weight. She was sweating. She was dying. All I taught her was how to squat to a box, how to push your knees out, push up, how to do a row. I taught her if you're ever in a situation where you don't have a gym. For years I've been saying this. Get a barbell or a stick. This row. Understand verticality, resistance. You pull. Oh yeah, I get it. Sweet, beautiful. She messaged me. Oh, Clem, I did a home workout. Beautiful. What'd you do? Split squats. Fucking squatted to a board. I did rows. I did a whole bunch of sets like you told me to do. Beautiful. How long should you be training for me? 1 week. That takes years though to get to that level as a trainer. Wow. That takes years to be able to translate to someone. Like I fucked up more times than I've done good. All right. So I'm fucking proud of it. But to get to that stage, to translate to their message as a trainer is hard, man. Because remember, like the idiots you see in the gym that fuck with PTs. That's 9 out of 10 PTs. Like it's hard, man, to be able to, especially now because everyone's so focused on themselves and aesthetics that you didn't have. Like I'm not good looking at all, but I'm successful. Why? Because I know how to talk to people. I know what people really want, and I just use science. That's it. It's basic. Use rationality.
So, on that point of using science, I think the most important part of that is understanding why you're doing it and how it all works.
Yes.
Because once you understand how it all works, you're able to adapt the movements you've just learned.
Yeah.
Because like if you get a new person and you teach them how to squat, and you explain to them how it all works, they can also use similar exercises to achieve the same thing because they think of the mechanics of what you've taught them.
Yes, not everyone's the same, but yes.
Well, that's how I think of it.
That's the same. Yeah, that's how we both think.
But yeah, it's really exposed people this virus of like, okay, you lost your job, you're getting less shifts, you're getting less money, people are getting redundant. How much money do you have left?
Me, $800.
No, I'm not asking.
Like less than great. Yeah.
Have you saved for a rainy day? What's your plan B?
I'm fine. Yeah, Woolworths.
It's really exposed.
Yeah,
people.
For me it's Woolworths.
Living paycheck to paycheck. How much have you saved? Like it's
fucked people up.
It's really
That's why it's such a good form of control. Because what choice do I have but go to Centrelink to go to the government for fucking help? I never ever.
You had no other choice.
I've no other choice. But I never thought in my entire life. I'm lucky. You live with a good family.
Yeah.
I didn't get bashed when I was a kid. We went to a good school. went to a school. We went to a school.
Okay.
You went to we have we have access to I can walk down the street, go to the grocery store, but never ever in my life was I looking at Centrelink. And now that I'm relying on the government for money, A, it's embarrassing, and B, it's hilarious. You're next. I guarantee you and fucking the other bloke in our friends who works in construction is next. But yeah, I never wanted in my life. But what scares me now the most is that people they get this they want more government control. They want the government to get rid of their freedoms. That's what's getting. It's just pissing me off.
It's out of fear.
Yeah, it's out of fear. That's pissing me off the most. It's like, yeah, lock the whole nation down. Let me, force everyone inside of their homes. I'm like, are you serious? Like,
actually, yeah.
Like grandparents, what do they go through? Yeah, like, you can't go outside because Nazi Germany.
It's nothing compared.
It's not.
To what they've.
Yeah, to be fair, yeah.
I mean, just think about it. In our lives over the last 25 years, this has probably been the toughest.
Yeah, this is the toughest.
This is the toughest time.
It is.
You're stuck at home. Oh, poor thing. You got Netflix and TV, internet connection. That's really tough, isn't it?
But what's scary me is again that I agree with you that.
That's tough.
I agree with that. People were saying it's tough. It's pissing me off because yes, I have access to Centrelink, but it's $600 a week.
Yeah, and I'm
That's
talking
a lot of money.
I'm talking about most people. I mean, some people would be having it tough because they're relying on paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah, so a lot of PTs that I know are really, like they're fucked. They're actually scared. So them, I feel for.
People living on the edge of their means.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah.
They're having a tough time. Well, no doubt.
I feel bad for them, but yeah, I agree with that because $600 a week. Man, the fuck, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of fucking money. But what I saying that what's going to happen in the future? I'm thinking as someone who works in business, you don't think like paycheck to pay. You think 6 weeks ahead. One of my mentors, he works in Paddington. Fucking great trainer. Go hire him if you can. But he told me it's good PT. Will always think not 1 week ahead, not 2 weeks ahead, 6 weeks ahead. Right, so let's say with this corona shit going on, I told my business partner, I'm like, listen, he always thinks 1 or 2 weeks ahead. I'm thinking 6 weeks ahead. He's like, next week we've got this consults booked in. I'm like, next week the gym might not be open, bro. He's don't worry about that. Next minute, the gym's not open. So
that's the thing. How will everyone come out of this?
That's the thing. How everyone come out of this, man?
Are people going to be more indifferent to other countries? Are people going to be, instead of thinking 3 weeks ahead, they're going to think 3 months ahead?
That's what I always think.
Years ahead.
Yeah.
Are people going to be more conservative with their approaches?
Yeah, that's my. I've always.
Or is it going to be the opposite? Are they going to be more present because they think anything could happen?
I don't know, man.
Like,
that's true.
Our business is going to be run differently now. Our business is going to be more conservative, therefore hiring less people at lower wages.
That's the thing, though. That's the thing that scares me because if that happens, my job becomes obsolete. No one's going to pay $100 an hour for a PT anymore. We're going to have to adapt to the situation. So it's a weird time.
Or are people just going to go back to how they always were?
That's the best bet. That's what we hope. But if we're looking at China now, for instance, who they're doing the bro. Have you seen the videos in I saw it this morning on a conspiracy site, but the videos in China in Wuhan, where they're like,
isn't it going back to normal?
No, bro, they're protesting. They're like,
who is?
Like in Wuhan.
Right. Okay.
They're like coming out with like knives and shit. Like I watched the video, it looks like Hong Kong. It looks like Hong Kong.
Okay, who's protesting?
The people, yeah.
Generally people.
Yeah, like
against the government.
Yeah. Like
fuck.
That would, dude. If the whole entire that would cause another cultural revolution.
Okay. Was it to a specific event or just the whole?
I think it was the whole virus in general.
They're just fed up.
Dude, did you watch the videos how they welded them in the thing and the screaming protests?
I've seen that.
I guarantee, bro. If I'm stuck at home, I'm gonna start yelling. Get my guitar out there, doom, do,
just full blast,
and some other cunt will just be like, "Killing in the name of." Dude, I had a vision of it last night, thinking, fuck, that's gonna happen.
Mate, a guitar and an amplifier can go a long way in isolation, mate.
Dude, if someone knows a riff to some metal, something angry, or like like break stuff, and then just some cunt just like you hear a glass shatter, and some
did you hear a drum kit or something?
You hear some cunt throwing a hammer at the wall, be like, fuck, you can't. Yeah, dude. But that's happening weird.
And they wouldn't be able to do anything because they're locked down.
Yeah, what are the cops gonna do? They'd be like, bro, we know how security is like, especially in the airport, bro. That was hilarious. So they'd be like, yeah, you go, boys. Especially in Elwood, they're like, cuz, fuck this shit, electria, helada, zito electria. So they'd be like, bang, bang, bang. But yeah, I don't see many good things happen. Like, in my perspective, from a business perspective, like business wise, I look at things down the month. Like, yes, this is shit out of my control. But this time next year, if all goes well, I hope to be where I thought it would be this time.
Yeah. Well, you seem to have adjusted to it slightly.
I have,
man.
I got no choice, man.
The last couple of weeks, you look distraught. You look really.
Dude, I'm covering up what I'm really feeling. Like, dude, think about it.
You must be.
I woke up and they're just like, all right, let me all the hard work you put in the past month, you and your mate doing like literally like the ability to open up your own studio.
Yeah.
Goodbye. And then your clients been like,
yeah, just waking up.
It's gone
Every day now and going. Actually, for me, it's more the weekend because Monday to Friday it doesn't really hit me as much because I just wake up, go to work.
Yeah, you saw that. You saw the routine.
It's actually fun. It's actually better now because I'm driving to work. My commute time's a half. I go to the office. No one's there.
That's the thing that scares me. People are getting. They like this. They like being at home. Yeah, look the group chat I had. What's his name?
Can't. Really? Maybe that's an act, but deep down, surely people aren't. Actually, maybe they are. Like maybe some people are saying, "Oh yeah, my dog's at home. My dog's enjoying my presence more. My kids are."
Well, even if I work down the fucking road, I'd rather go down the road and get away from home. But I can't be at home, man.
Yeah. But for me, it's hit me on the weekends. Because when you think about it, on the weekend, for me, I wake up, it's like, well, I don't have work.
Go to the gym.
Well, let's do all these things. Oh, fuck, I can't do it. So, like, the scope of things you can do are just like this.
Yeah, bro. Like, yesterday, I was speaking to, I was speaking to Jeremy, actually, at his work. And, like, because I said, because he works near me, and I'm like, let's go for a... Let's go for a bit.
Let's go. No.
We were like, fuck.
Let's go cross.
It was like, let's go for a walk. No, we can't. We've got to social distance. And he's just like, fuck. Well, I was like, that hit me yesterday. I was like, I haven't seen this bloke in ages. I want to hang out with him, but I can't because health reasons. I was like, fuck.
It's a brave new world we live in.
It's a brave.
It's
not a brave new world.
What's next to the, like? There's so many questions. Like, how long is this thing gonna last? How are we gonna get?
It was 3 months. 3 months in China, wasn't it? 3 months or in lockdown?
December. Well, this thing, and the way it started, like this thing started in mid-December. Think about that. Started in mid-December.
Yeah, when I was in Prague. I told you I read that theory in Prague, the 4chan screenshot. I read that in Prague, and I was just like, nah, man, I'm not gonna be in lockdown when I'm in Sydney.
Started mid-December. It would have been brewing for a couple of weeks until early January. I think January 10th. The World Health Organization claimed that human-to-human transition
that's when that chat with the
has not occurred. We confirmed it, and then it just blew out.
Yeah,
and all that stuff. So that's sus. That is.
Bro, I was reading. Okay, have you ever heard the theory of pathogens and the whole idea of I think it was called mutual latency of a pathogen. So basically, a pathogen or some sort of disease, virus, etc. My nurse clients listen to this, so she'll fucking text me right now saying something bullshit. That if something's too lethal, it'll kill itself. Think about it. Think about like a.
It'll kill itself.
Yeah. So if a virus is too lethal, it'll get to the point where it becomes so lethal or so contagious that it'll kill itself. For instance, forget if I put 200 kilos on my back on a squat, I'm dead. If I drive too fast in my car, I'm dead. Correct.
Yeah.
So same theory applies to the RNA of a pathogen. If it's too lethal and if it multiplies that fast, it'll kill itself.
Are you saying it would collapse in itself?
Yes.
Or it would
collapse in itself.
In the person? No.
The actual RNA of the virus. Let's say this is the virus.
Let's just say you caught it.
Yes. I'm fine.
And then it killed you.
Yeah.
You're dead.
Yeah.
But then it wouldn't have spread because it killed you.
Yes.
And it lives.
Yes.
It lived within your body, and that's
yes.
it.
Yes.
You're saying that.
Like the Spanish flu.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
So that's one theory that if it was that bad, it should have done that by now. It can't have spread that this far. It doesn't make any sense because it would have killed that many people that fast that it'll just stop. And B, the actual iron. Let's say this is the virus.
What about HIV?
Huh?
That's still going.
But that's not like how do you spread HIV?
Well, through needles or sex.
Yes. So through needles.
That's quite lethal.
It is, but like
over a period of time.
Think about it. Like if I cough on you, you're not going to get HIV.
No.
But if I put a needle, if someone's putting a needle on you, you're probably fucked anyway. Say if you're fucking someone, it's a different story. Yeah. But that has less trajectories, less what's it? This called. Bro, I'm a dyslexic, but the contagious ability of a virus, the infectious ability of a virus is very different. Like this one is, you cough on you, it goes through your eyes and mouth. versus HIV is just blood and needle.
Okay, so you're saying this virus is more infectious but less lethal?
Yes, but that has never occurred. That's the thing. It's less lethal. But why is everyone freaking know about it? If it was
more infectious.
But there's a cool one. The flu is more fucking infectious. The common influenza is more infectious.
Actually, how about the swine flu? Have you looked up statistics on the swine flu?
No, please red pill me. Go.
It was, Australia had over 30,000 cases of the swine flu in 2009.
Did we go into lockdown? No, we didn't.
Did anyone actually remember that?
No. And where did swine flu come from? Pigs.
It came from pigs in Mexico.
Was it Mexico?
I think it was Mexico.
Really don't know.
I was reading the stats. Apparently,
Yeah.
Australia in 2009. That's when we were going through the GFC, Kevin Rudd stimulus package, $900, all that good stuff. We actually had a swine flu pandemic, and 30,000 plus Australians apparently had it, and hundreds or thousands died.
Maybe this is more extreme version.
How many coronavirus do we have? Like 3,000.
And maybe they locked it. Maybe that was a test for this. Because that was GFC. We were in high school. It didn't affect us.
Yeah.
But this one now is bad. This is second to Great Depression bad. So maybe that was like a what's the word? Like a
test.
Like a play test to this. Yeah. Kind of like the bombings in the 80s of the World Trade Center was a test of 9/11, or kind of like the what's the other one? Oh fuck.
Is that why Bill Gates did his presentation? Did he do the presentation based on the effects of the swine flu?
Maybe that, or he knew this year was all occurring. Was Marcus? Is it?
Well, we've had pandemics similar to this in the past.
We've had worse pandemics, but not this response. The response is what's fucking with my head. I don't understand. I still don't understand. Yes, I get it kills people, but like I read today, news.com, 91-year-old woman dies. Cool. Like honestly, but it's a cool story, bro.
Yeah, okay.
It's just not that big of an issue. Like let's say my yaya gets it. Right, she's dead. Like, what am I gonna do? She's old. She's like 78.
That's the thing. People know that, and they're scared of it because they know, maybe someone close to them has passed away or got it and are really sick, so they want to mitigate that.
Yeah.
So they take whatever measures are possible to stop.
It's because we're more fragile. Do you reckon? Does it come to like a pure people are just bitches? they can't accept that death is a real fucking thing.
We're more susceptible in acting irrationally under fear.
Yeah, that's the thing though. Fuck, maybe that's it.
Maybe because fear has always existed.
Yeah,
people have always been scared of something. Are we acting ever more irrationally under fear in today's society because we're more connected under social media?
That's a fucking red pill. That probably is true, because think about it, more people are insecure now about their weight and
this goes back to Alex Jones, the cloud, we're all connected.
Yeah.
But really how we feel and react to something is quite similar to one another. It's never been similar. It's never been as similar as before.
That is true. That is very, very true.
Have you noticed with this particular flu, people have one of two opinions of it. Either like us, we don't give, we think it's bullshit, or fuck, this is bad. This is really bad. They have pretty much the same opinions of. I wonder if that was the same decades ago or whatever, where media and news wasn't as prevalent.
That is true. Maybe that's why the political revolutions were so common back then. Like people would go on they'll go outside of the house and revolt. We didn't do that in Australia because everyone's got the same opinion about the government. It's either shit or it's good, but we can't do anything about it. Maybe that's why. Because I was thinking about that actually today. The Arab Spring. The Arab Spring.
No.
So it was like a social media based revolution that started, I think, in Tanzania, and he went to Egypt. I was talking about this with my dad yesterday. So a lot of the reason why social media is so regulated these days is they want to prevent the Arab Spring. So when Twitter first came out, in Tanzania, it caused a revolution. People were protesting the government. We've got this new, Western power. We can gather, and the government will know who we are. In Egypt, he reached its peak during 2011, the Tahrir Revolution. So in Tahrir Square, a lot of Egyptian people came out, revolted against the government, and took down Mubarak. So Mubarak was kind of like this. He was in power for years. That's why my dad left Egypt. He's like a military leader, draconian laws. They took him down. The Islamic Brotherhood took over. So Sharia law and shit. And then I think this. I can't remember. I think they're still in power. It was 2015, and there was a second revolution. But that's when Twitter showed like its power to take down a government. So they were like, "It's cunts." We're just like me and you, like, bro, let's use Twitter. Just don't talk about it. And then we'll go to Times Square. We'd revolt. We'll get our guns. We'll get our knives. Take the military's like, fuck this shit. Fuck the government. They revolted against government and they had a revolution. So Egypt now is so fucked up because you got the people against government, against Islam, against the Islamic Brotherhood. You get people for Syria. You get people, it's a mess. That's why it's so dangerous to go there now. So my dad. That's what I'm talking about. Dad, he's just like, Dad, how's Cairo managing the corona? He's like, fuck Cairo. Like it's dead. So that's what the Arab Revolution was. That was based on social media. Everyone had the same mindset. Fuck the government. But it wasn't until social media became a thing that they used it for the power. Whether or not social media is being regulated now to shut down people like us or people on the opposing side that what the mainstream media wants. Like in China, ban Facebook, ban Google. You can't read about opposing thoughts. Same as here. Like, if I say an opposing thought, I'm immediately white supremacist, fucking racist, etc., etc. You can't, like, I like guns. No, you're a Nazi. Bro, Nazis are against guns.
It's a weird one, but when you think about it, revolutions in the past happened because people were oppressed. Maslow, like, you look at the hierarchy of needs, their shelter, food and water was compromised.
Ours isn't. Ours is still there.
Ours isn't. We're on a different level.
In China, though, theirs is. That's the thing, though. That's why they.
I'm talking about Western countries.
Yeah, Western countries we're fine.
With Western countries, we're under a different mindset. And paradigm.
Yes.
For us, it's more social justice and world harmony and
all that crap.
And all the warm and fuzzy stuff and keeping together and and all that.
Mm-hmm.
That in the minds of a lot of people could be compromised with the virus.
Yes.
It's enabling people to stick together, peace and harmony, all that good stuff. Now, is that one of the reasons why people are so scared because they feel like they're losing that?
I think
because in a Western society, freedom is what we're striving for, right?
Yep, but I
freedom
think,
and happiness and a virus.
Freedom, no. Okay, this is where I think we differ. I think that a lot of people are so used to that, harmony, everyone's equal, no death, everyone has equal wages, etc., that this virus is destroying that.
Sorry, that's what I was trying to say. That's what I was trying to say.
That people
you put it better.
It's like people are dying. It's just like people can't die. That's not the world. Like people can't die because of an external threat. It's just like, bro, welcome to reality. If I put a gun to your head and I pull the trigger, you're dead.
I think that's what I was trying to say. Our worldview of how things ought to be and how things have been are on a completely different, completely different level, and that's been completely stripped apart. With this virus, and we just can't comprehend it. Like, how many people have you talked to? They're like, man, I don't know.
That's why
I don't know what's going on.
That's why I learned about traveling. This is one of my best things. That I advocate everyone to travel to like shitty countries because you learn. Like, I'm messaging my cousin now in Athens, and like he's just like, I lost my job in Athens. He goes, it's fucked because people are rioting on the street. He goes, I got a knife in my bag, but he's like, what can I do? It's Athens. He goes, what can I do? Because this is how life is. Bro, imagine that in Sydney, Melbourne, we had to carry around a knife on us to make sure we didn't get stabbed or shot. People wouldn't know, they don't understand. Like, same in Prague, like, or you go to China, or all the different countries that I went to, like, they all have their own different, like, reality. It's like a different world.
So it sounds as if it's a threat to comfort.
Yeah, it's a threat to comfort. That's what it is. It's a threat to comfort. It's a threat to comfort, not reality. People don't live in reality.
And would that be proof of the more comfortable you are, the more sort of emotional and
I
fearful
agree.
you get?
I definitely agree with that. That the more comfortable someone is, the more fearful, ignorant they are to reality. They don't how the world works. For instance, you get like when I worked in the city as a PT, you get a woman. Honestly, I don't want to be sexist, but most times it's a woman that you get training, and they're like, "Oh, such hard work. Like, welcome to the world." I don't want to do this. I'm like, "Why do you want to do it?" They're like, "It's hard." I'm like, if you want to get results, you got to work hard. I'm like, oh, really? I'm like, yeah. So when you get like a little bit of a lot of wealth, they don't get working hard. That doesn't switch them. That's one thing I've learned in a gym. I'm charging you so much fucking money. I'm like, are you serious? Like, I'm telling you what to do. I'm being the most friendliest person I can. I'm fucking around with you. But you don't want to do it because it's hard work? Because that rep feels hard? Are you serious? how do you live your life? That's one thing that I've learned from my job. That's why I like.
So is it okay? Is it because people are a lot more people are way too emotional about something that
I agree
is innocuous?
Yes.
And they're acting irrational, and that irrationality spreads via social media. It's such a more rapid rate than ever before.
I agree with that. That I agree with.
Because when you think about it, the way I approach this bloody virus is, okay, it's a virus, it's like a flu, therefore you treat it like this crazy fucking flu's going around. You wash your hands, you keep distance, a certain distance away from people, you don't touch your face, you analyze what the actual issue is, you take a step back, you detach. Now I'm opening up Stoicism, I'm opening up what Jocko preaches and all that.
I agree.
You analyze, okay, it's a virus, how does it spread? Okay, well, it's respiratory fluid that makes its way to someone's face commonly, and then that's how they get infected. Okay, so what do I do? Well, if I have a cough somewhere that isn't going to affect that person.
Like in China.
Don't cough on your hands because your hands are the most...
That's what they're doing in China. They're coughing their people's faces. It's just the way it is in China.
Don't spit on the ground. Don't be mindful of the actual means of that virus being passed onto other people. Now, on the other side, what do? Well, you keep distance from people, so you don't catch something from other people. You just apply. If you apply a logical approach to it, I think it will quell a lot of those fears people have.
I agree.
And most people are at home anyway.
I know.
23% of traffic in Sydney is has been thrown around that statistic recently. 23%.
The number 23.
Yeah, that's
right.
Right.
You mean theories around 23, mate? You better remember. The whole rabbit hole right there.
The city is dead. North Sydney is dead. Generally, people are they're just staying at home. So what's there to be scared about?
Okay, I'm going to chuck a fucking tinfoil hat thing here right now. In London, have you seen the picture? My mate sent me a picture. I don't want to say his name so it doesn't get killed. But have you seen the pictures of the cameras and the weird telephone boxes they're putting on the electric poles? Alright, so this is another tinfoil. This is an absolute pure tinfoil hat. Fucking bullshit. So, 5G. So 5G, do you remember 5G?
Yeah, sorry.
Remember when I said like 5G is going to cause cancer, it's going to cause viruses spreading worldwide? You're crazy, Timmy. Okay, so we're in a pandemic right now. I'm just going to put that one out there. But you know where 5G, one of the first cities in the world to start 5G were? You know where?
Wuhan?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
You know what's another...
Huawei?
Yeah. You know what's another massive city? The city, I was there.
Shanghai?
No. I was there in before I went to US. Before I went to US.
Hong Kong?
No, I was Milan.
Milan, really?
Yeah. So my mum told me that. I was like, Mum, fuck off.
It's that's an interesting...
I looked it up and I was like, whoa. So I'm going to check that one out there. That I said 5G would cause a mass virus and destroy the world, disease-wise. And
it's the perfect way to test a government surveillance system and put it into Top Gear. They've been able to pass a lot of laws.
In America, they did.
Very swiftly,
very quickly,
without any opposition,
because everyone's scared of their health.
Yeah, you think the opposition parties are going to resist such laws?
You can't. The other one is the evil one, Donald Trump.
Yeah.
The evil Putin.
Yeah. So it's a perfect recipe to get these type of laws across Parliament, through the House of Representatives to the Senate and passed. It's a perfect way to look at a country's surveillance system and make the most out of it, track people's locations. I heard a rumor that Facebook was looking at WhatsApp messages and blocking messages.
Of course they are.
I couldn't find evidence of it.
Do you know how many times they've blocked my China videos? I'm not joking. That video that's going around, I tried that. Because I got the videos on 4chan. Yeah. It's blocked. I can't actually send it. I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck is this? Because you got to remember that China invests in Reddit. China invests in Facebook. You go to China, Apple's everywhere. Everyone's using Apple. Come on, you tell me Apple's not investing in China?
And apparently, if you mention the virus on YouTube in a YouTube video, you actually get demonetized.
We're fucked.
Yeah.
God damn it.
I mean, we don't have enough subscribers. Who gives a fuck? We can say it all the time.
I think we got 4 today. Today we got 4.
I mean, they wouldn't even have to listen to our podcast. They look at the title and go, yeah, you're not making any money. We'll probably find a way to take money from you.
Probably find a way to, suicide. Timmy still killed himself.
So, yeah, it's just crazy.
Fuck.
the measures taken to ensure people.
Okay.
I mean, even in Australia, the entire Australian Defence Force is engaged.
Yeah, that's it. Martial law.
And the police force, they're both engaged. All of the reservists.
What a waste of fucking
the Army
military.
reserves have been notified to prepare for some work, basically. For work, or to mobilise and.
Do you remember the videos?
All of the reservists. That didn't happen in the bushfires.
You know what? Yeah, there's one 2 points right there. First, for starters, all right. First thing on the base is, do you remember the videos? I was you or my mate who used to work at the gym I worked at. Who sent me the videos of the Chinese military coming to Hong Kong? Was it you?
No, it wasn't.
Alright, so there was a lot of videos surfacing Chinese military coming to Hong Kong, and I was like, "The fuck is this shit?" Like, the China company not bad. Anyways, but second the bushfire series. I was thinking about this yesterday when I was training because obviously our mate is whinging about government doesn't know anything about the bushfires. I was overseas during this time, so obviously I copped none of it. I came before and after. I copped zero of it. You did. So I'm just like me, for instance. I'm like, if they're not funding the fireys, there's an issue. I don't know if they were funding the fireys or not. I really don't know what occurred before, whatever. But why can the government so efficiently get rid of our freedoms, freedom of thought, expression, and movement, but can't fix the worst bushfire history in human history, in recorded history? I'm just like
that bushfire one was a weird one because I've seen the annual reports of the Rural Fire Service, and I did not see any evidence of them raising any concerns about it in the annual report. However, I have heard of news reports going that apparently there were meetings with the Rural Fire Service, with the government, how they raised their concerns of global warming and backburning, and there's a severe risk of of major collateral damage.
Yeah.
I've heard both sides.
Yeah.
Right. The problem with the bushfires was the response. The response was really bad. It was slow.
I don't know. Like, I was in Prague drinking a lot.
Like, it was just horrible. The thing just got out of control. Scott Morrison was on holidays.
I was watching it crying.
Yeah, it was terrible. The response was so slow, and we're just watching this unfold on the television screen, just going.
I couldn't watch it. I couldn't watch it.
It was horrific, and it took a very long time for the army to get involved, for the navy to get involved, for other countries to get involved. It was just really bad. It was a terrible response. Now I don't know whether this was could have been. No, I don't know whether this event could have been avoided with careful planning. I'm skeptical about that.
It's a weird one.
Because looking at the past reports, it seems as though the fire service had enough funding, they had enough measures in place, but I think our response to that particular disaster was poor.
Yeah, I agree. That makes sense. It seemed like I was a foreigner. Essentially, I was a foreigner when I was watching that, and like when I was in Prague and London reading about it, people would ask me like, "How's it going in Australia?" I'm like, I haven't been there, and like you've seen this video. Man, like you brought me to tears. I'm like, I know where that is. Like I know where Terrigal is. I know where Cooma is. Like my uncle lost his fucking house. Like it's sad, but like I don't know whether the government, because I know they sold land to the Chinese, that they sold land here and there. Whether it was an ignorant thing, whether it was on purpose, is a whole other. I've heard many conspiracies, but like I don't know.
Ultimately, the Rural Fire Service of New South Wales are responsible for maintaining. Basically, and implementing measures to prevent bushfires and getting communities involved and all that jazz. But this was a serious disaster.
Scary.
So we can't be pointing fingers at them saying, "Oh, you should have known this" and all that.
No, you can't be pointing fingers.
At a time of a crisis, you can't be doing that. The Australian government should have got involved a lot more earlier on and just nipped it in the bud, but they didn't.
My argument: why is the government getting so involved in a virus that doesn't kill not as many people as bushfire, or destroy as many lives as the bushfires so easily? Why? Why has the military been deployed so easily? Do they know? Are they planning for this? I don't know.
You know what the funny thing is? Some people are saying it's too little, too late.
That's what scares me the most. People are saying like...
People say, why are we locked down?
They're getting angry.
We're doing
Why have people got? Yeah, why have people got?
Look at Spain. Look at US like lockdown. Like,
do you want to be like Spain? What the fuck are they in Spain for?
People are complaining that we're not doing enough.
You destroy the healthcare system in our country. That's free. That's fucking. It works. It saves people's lives.
Yeah.
The healthcare worker tells you to go home. You go home.
Yeah,
There's a healthcare worker.
But personally, I feel like the government's doing a lot better job with managing this virus than they did managing the bushfires.
That's the thing that scares me and makes me question whether this was planned, this was expected,
Yeah.
or whether it was just a natural response. I reckon this was expected. They knew that this fucking thing will come up, and they knew that people will freak out, and it's a good way to get rid of our rights. So a plan for the future.
Of course they knew. I mean, like, you mean they knew like how far back we're talking?
Yeah,
Are we talking about months, or we talking about
months, not like weeks.
or in the early stages of the
early stages of it? I reckon they'll.
Of course. Well, yeah, at the early stage of the virus, Australia was one of the first countries to declare a pandemic within the country before the World Health Organization.
Yes, I know that.
And we one of the first to close it to prevent flights and force quarantine and do all that.
You know, Japan also doesn't do vaccines. I learned that yesterday.
Yeah, Japan's a funny one because their cases are quite low. It's stagnated, but I think there's a surge in Tokyo of new cases, and
I wasn't surprised. But like the one that scared me, Japan doesn't do vaccines. They don't do measles or no vaccines. I was like,
optional.
Why are they so healthy?
Yeah.
Fuck. Fucking hell. I just must start looking at me desk.
Yeah.
I've been learning Japanese. I've got nothing else to fucking do.
Play guitar, learn a language.
Yeah.
Watch conspiracy theory videos.
Listen to Alex Jones. Tinfoil hat. Fucking, that's all I can do, mate.
That's it.
Book my home gym.
Well, anyway, I reckon we'll leave it at that.
That wraps it up, mate.
Week. Man, who knows what's going to happen next week?
Predictions.
It's a Monday lockdown.
Monday lockdown?
Yeah.
Okay,
there's a lot of rumours going around for a Monday
I reckon
lockdown.
I'm going to be worse than you. I reckon the group class, is that I work in a gym, obviously, but me and him, I'm going to train him in a group fitness class. I reckon by then it'll be rained out. I reckon it'll be rained out. Sorry, Alice. It'll be rained out. Fucking shit. Sorry for me. I'll get paid. But, and then Monday, lockdown. Monday, lockdown, and this time next week, it's going to be video chat. That's what I reckon. Hopefully it's not. Hopefully it's not. But I reckon
we'll go London style. We'll go London style. You're allowed to leave only for essentials and like one exercise per day. It's going to be wishy-washy, but we'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens, mate. Until then.
See you next